Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. Today, I'm about to get ready to play the Crew 2. So I'm about to get ready to start my story. We'll be taking on in an open world area. We'll be driving around in the United States of America. But this is going to be super awesome out there. But this is the second installment of the Crew series, was made by Ubisoft. This is going to be pretty brilliant. It has a lot of good stuff to be ready to try it out. So I hope this is different. It might be pretty good to see the update on the main menu. Well, I cannot believe it how many the Crew 2 fans who really enjoy racing. But this is going to be super awesome whenever else we have to try it out. Driving on land, sea, and air. So this is going to have to check on for the current update. But I mean, take a good look at this nice DMC DeLorean. But this is going to be super brilliant that if anybody who already got that one. Alright, looks like this one might have to get started out to begin a new journey. But this is going to be pretty amazing to have a new look. Let's see. Maybe this one might have to choose a new look. Okay, let's try to see which number of characters am I going to select. So there's only 8 characters will be available to choose. But in the original, from the first start of the update back in 2018, well, maybe this is different. It might be where you can choose your own character. Well, maybe let's just gonna have to choose this guy. Maybe this is different. He might be a pretty good outfit. Just gonna have to press X to be on hold. Alright. So, before enjoying watching the video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out some more videos if you like. Feel free to enjoy it anytime you want with the entertainment. Now it's time to get ready to start the journey, and let's begin.
Guys, come on, get a move on. We're going on soon. Ah, Hiroyuki Carter.
Hey, call me Hiro.
Pleasure to meet you. I was beginning to think you and your driver weren't going to make it. I'm from Live, the camera company sponsoring this race, and I'll be heading up this event. Walk with me.
Look, thanks again. I'm really stoked about this. Thanks for giving us the shot.
Don't mention it. We're always on the lookout for new talent, and you and your friend fit the bill. And I don't have to tell you this, but you do right by yourselves in this race, you'll see a lot of doors opening up for you.
Gotcha. We won't disappoint you.
Disappoint me? That's not what this is about. It's your chance to impress people who matter. The events my company organizes are a feeder for every racing family out there. You do want to race, yes?
Oh yeah, this is such a big deal for us. We've tried broadcasting our races, but no dice. I guess nobody wants to see nobodies.
Trust me, just show the world what you've got this one. You'll get followers like that. Run a good race, and you'll find your options and your followers increasing.
We'll give it our best.
Hero, my friend. I don't want your best. I want legendary badass. Anyway, I've got to go. Something about putting on a race. Best of luck.
Okay, thanks. You're good to go, buddy. Break a leg. Hell, break anything you have to. Drive like I know you can, and we'll be in the big leagues in no time.
Okay, looks like this is going to be pretty good to be starting out the race by using the Porsche 911 GT3 RS. Well, I hope this is going to be pretty good to get started for the introduction. But it is going to be super amazing to see what are things are we going to have to race to be on the land, sea, or air.
Welcome to the city that never sleeps. In this event, you'll see New York taken over by racers in a way you never could have imagined. It's not just a city, it's a playground for the best pilots and drivers of today and tomorrow.
Alright, welcome to the Live Extreme Series. This is where it all begins. Oh man, this is so awesome. Now we are racing in New York City. Gonna have to follow the line.
To watch the first episode of this year's Live Extreme Series. In this new season, talented newcomers have a shot at taking on established stars and a chance to impress all the racing teams out here. And believe me, they're watching. And just as important, they need to generate excitement. That's how fans flock to them. And that's what it's all about, right? Become a racer, steal the show, and see your follower numbers soar.
Okay, well, I hope I could probably have to take a lot of good handling skills. I hope I could probably have to try and keep up to be in first place. But this is going to get a little bit extreme on the ramps to do a little bit more jumps.
Speaking of soaring, get a load of that jump. There you have it, folks. The numbers are going through the roof.
I cannot believe it. This is some kind of a extreme racing stunt. No matter it is brilliant to see how supercars can actually to be racing in on the road and some extreme obstacles. Alright, looks like I'm in the lead. Just gonna have to keep rolling up onto the line. But this is gonna be having the first leg of having the best part to be in the Crew 2.
And now Live goes to the extreme.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be realistic. Alright, first leg, racing on the land is successful. But now it's gonna be on the water. So let's set sail. Man, I don't know what kind of a boat it is, but it is definitely might be pretty impressive for the night's performance.
You'll gain followers by winning, of course, but that's not the only way. Do a spectacular stunt like this, and the fans will come a-running. Check it out.
Oh, that is super brilliant. Gain some new tricks and skills that will might have an increased followers. Okay, looks like gonna have to keep a good focus. Gonna stay in first place. This is how everybody really wants to do this part of the second leg. So this one might have a nitrous boost will be included, but better make sure to save it in case.
And I believe we're watching a new star exploding onto the circuit.
Come on, just gonna have to keep boosting up. Ah man. Yep. That was the first time to be on the water. But looks like this is going to be the end of the second leg.
We kick it up a notch for the grand finale.
Oh yeah. Looks like this is going to be the final leg for the introduction. Flying on the air. Using with these planes. This is going to be pretty good.
This is how it is these days. Just being a good pilot isn't enough anymore. You've got to shine on and off the course, staying sharp on the social media side. It's simple math. The more followers you have, the more followers you'll get. Sign on with your first racing team, and the second will start looking at you. Pile up supporters, and the contracts will be knocking on your door. To put it another way, a driver who attracts enough followers will open up new styles of racing. We call them disciplines. You'll call them awesome. And isn't awesome what we're all after?
I cannot believe it how a checkpoint just actually to be placed on the blimp. So cool and so brilliant. Alright, looks like this is going to be the final stretch to be on the air.
From the heart of New York City, this was the Live Extreme Series, Episode 1. Thank you for watching, and remember to follow us on all social media.
That was a nice intro cutscene. But this is definitely might be pretty awesome to enjoy it. So, I hope this is going to be pretty good to see how we can race to be on land, air, and sea. But this one might have to take 3 types at once. Oh, here's the cutscene.
Cool, it is official, my friend. We have made the big time. We're still gonna have to prove ourselves, but that's more than fine. You know, we've got the right stuff. There's so much to try. Boats, planes, all kinds of cars. It's like the world's biggest buffet menu, and we're gonna take a bite out of everything. We're talking street racers, off-road, pro racing, freestyle. We could take a test run with any of them. Or if you ask me, do them all. Pick which one you want to try first and let's go. My friend, welcome to the Motornation.
I am so excited to get started out to begin.
4 ways we can get this puppy rolling. It's your pick. How do you want to start?
Okay, looks like there's only 4 options we'll be getting started out. But luckily, an achievement has been successfully to be earned when you're playing the introduction of the Crew 2. There's going to be street racing, freestyle, off-road, and evenly for pro racing. 4 trials will be available to be by pick whenever you're going to have to be select. But I'll have to get started with 4 trials, so I could probably have to go with street racing. Street racing could also have 4 types: street race, drift, drag race, and hypercars. But this is definitely might have some rewards for earning up with some cash and followers. And even some free vehicle and livery editor will be included. So, looks like I'll be ready to get started out to be on the land to do some street racing. But it is going to be super awesome whenever we're about to get started out.
Look what we have here. The name's Latrell. I'm sort of like the unofficial welcoming committee for the street racing family. We tune our rides, show them off and racing. If that sounds like something you want in on, you gotta show me something. I'll loan you a car, but you gotta do the driving. If you win, you're one of us. Just remember, the car's a loaner. Don't scratch it.
Man, this is going to be super awesome, and I mean, whoa, was that a electric tires to be ready to go? I cannot believe it. Okay, looks like this one might have to get started for the first trial. Let's finish the event. I could probably go for first place. Okay, good thing this is going to be having a first vehicle to be used for the trial. The Porsche 911 GT3 RS. There you go. Well, still takes a lot of learning whenever we had to take many incoming corners. But it's going to get a little bit crowded whenever we had to use some nitrous. Just going to have to go and take that jump. Okay, 45% is definitely might be keeping increased to be on the progression. My only guess is going to be the final lap. Come on. That Dodge Bot for GTS is still takes the lead. Gonna have to take home the gold. But it is definitely might be talk about doing some training work. Hang on. Man, it's gonna get a little bit sloppy here. Maybe I'll have to change up the audio so it won't get affected on the copyright claim. Okay, looks like things definitely might be doing well. Okay, maybe this is definitely might need to have a little bit more controls whenever it has to take. Okay, here it is. Maybe I'll have to start over. But man, looks like every race always gets a little bit messy whenever we have to make a good clean run. On second thought, maybe this will might have to do for a first attempt. So I'm about to get ready to do attempt number 2. I can't wait whenever I'm about to get one of these tires. Ah man. Okay, bad balance handling. I'll just have to make sure that this approach was definitely might need to be taking a good inside precision. Okay, it might be possible to press the square button to do a handbrake. Still trying to make a good focus to catch up onto the first place driver. Gonna kick it up. This is going to be the final lap. Just to make sure this is going to be having some good ordinary driving skills. Alright, looks like I got this in the bag. Gonna kick it up a notch. Better make one jump and coming in right back to take the final corner. Last stretch will be doing successfully. Well done.
Alright, you did it. Now come with me. Got something for you I think you're gonna like.
Wow. Okay, that was a pretty good easy by the start. Welcome to the street racing family. Everybody's favorite type whenever we can drive on any kinds of cars. This is going to be the best place to be enjoyed.
Which means you punch your ticket to the spot, the place where the street racing community hangs. I'm part of the crew here that's looking to take what we do legit. Feel the same way? Maybe we can help each other out. This guy, on the other hand, wants to keep it on the streets. His name's Edgar Marquez, but you best call him Tio. He's the champion racer around here, the king of the quarter mile. You want to take a shot at him, it's going to take everything you got. And maybe a few things I can teach you. You got talent, but I can give you skills. You see those cars? One of them's yours. Reward for winning that trial. It'll be a little tougher to earn the rest, though. You gotta buy those. Win enough races, get enough cred, and you'll get to play with all sorts of toys. Drifting, drag racing, you get the idea. You gotta run, and you gotta win. Now, pick your ride. Get behind the wheel, and let's see what you got.
So okay, looks like this is going to be having a first start of the discipline class, street racing. Well, I cannot believe it that this is going to be pretty good to change on the third person view. Now, this one might have to go in and choose a starter vehicle. But it's definitely might be pretty good to choose one of the three cars whenever we had to take the best pick. There's the Mazda MX-5 2016, the Ford Mustang GT Fastback 2015, and luckily the Audi TT RS Coupe 2017. Well, this is definitely might be pretty well selected for choosing the first car. What do you think, folks? Maybe this is definitely might be pretty good choice to select. Maybe this will might have to go with the Ford Mustang. That was the best choice whenever about to get started. Just gonna have some color selections. Maybe I could probably have to go with the dark blue color. Rims, well, maybe this is definitely might be pretty good style before you're about to purchase a vehicle. I guess this is gonna have to choose the second rim. Alright, looks like this is gonna be having a pre-vehicle will be chose. And now I'll have to be set automatically to be as a favor. I hope this is going to be pretty good to choose new set of events. But I mean, this is going to be plenty of them.
Cool. You know how we were talking about tricking out our rides? Now we've got the tools to do it at the house. Just no flame decals, okay?
It's okay. I'm just going to make sure to have any kinds of good livery designs whenever I want to choose. There's going to be having some 4 events what's actually to be locating in every areas around in the US. Maybe this is going to be pretty excellent whenever I'm about to start having a first event. So first up is the sleeper street race discipline class. But this is going to be having the only best recommend to be on the 80. But it might be pretty good to be traveled to go quickly as possible. But that is the easy way whenever you're about to get started for having a full walkthrough. I cannot believe it. That is definitely might be pretty impressive for having a rolling start to get everything ready to go.
Look at the hot shot rookie. Thinks they can just roll in and walk away with it.
You race for pinks? We're gonna be walking, all right.
Now this is what it's all about for some folks. Rides, people, partying. Easy to see why going legit doesn't appeal. Gonna take some time to get more people to see it my way. The time I've got. Just look at those cars. There's some mighty fine rides lining up out there. But you know who I'm thinking our friends should be watching out for? That plain-looking one right there.
Huh? Doesn't look like much.
It doesn't have to if it's got the right kind of monster under the hood. And if you're not careful, that monster's going to eat you up.
The 8-bar 500? Well, it's only just a small compact car. Well, I'll have to take the first try whenever I'm about to get started. So here we go.
Wow,
this is going to be pretty challenging.
Big way.
Alright. Just going to make that good overtake on that 8-bar 500. Okay. That's a pretty hard lap. Better go with the jump. Okay, better have to watch out. Gonna have to make that good clear opening whenever I'm about to race. Leaving onto the LA River, just gonna get back onto the road. Checkpoint confirmed, now going in onto the left turn. Hold that nitrous. This is going to be going safe and needs to be recharged. Oh man, I didn't see that ramp jump over there. Okay, maybe just save it for the second lap. But now, we're about to be going in at 50%. Come on.
Trell, is a loadout like that street legal?
None of this is street legal, Hero. That's kind of the point. Hard to make people want to go legit when it means giving up something like this.
I hope so. Everything is going to be one good legit for having a nice ordinary street race. But I'm still trying to catch up onto the Audi TT when it's in first place. But it's now coming right back onto the LA River, just gonna need to catch up. Okay, just gonna have to take that braking point to be needed in case. In a matter of a few turns, I'll have to take that jump. Oops. Okay, that was a little bit slightly mistake. Here I go. This time, this one might get some good nitrous. Haha! Now that was a good, awesome jump. First race victory win. Finally did to reach the top 3.
Hey look! We got loot for that! You should grab it. I'm sure it's gonna come in handy. The loot consists of parts you can use to upgrade your rides. So keep bringing it in.
Street racing's got history. It didn't start with us. Some say it began in the 20s with bootleggers. They needed to outrun revenuers, so they tricked out their cars in order to make a clean getaway. Those souped-up roadsters and stock cars, you can draw a line from them to the street machines you see today, and from those drivers to us.
Wow, that was a pretty good inspirational cutscene to have the history of street racing. I kind of say, I'm impressed. So, there might be some few things we'll be driving around, but it's definitely might be pretty good to have that LA Escape to be shown here, so maybe this one might have to give it a first try. Reach 984 yards. It looks definitely might be pretty similar to the first installment, but just gonna have to drive anywhere whenever you're gonna have to prove a lot of good skill. Okay, looks like objective complete. Gonna have to keep driving until the red zone will be reached up by taking the trigger.
It's simple. Doing things gets you followers. The more followers you have, the more you'll be invited to do cool new things where you can earn even more followers. And bucks. Big bucks, which we can use to buy all the cool stuff we want.
Cool. Looks like that was definitely might be pretty good to do some activities, racing, and maybe this is gonna have to do some skills whenever it comes in to increase some good followers. Maybe this one might have to switch over to the map. Okay, now let's see. Ooh, looks like this is gonna be pretty big. I kind of say this is definitely might be pretty good for a track layout. But this is gonna have to zoom out onto the full map. And maybe this is where you can probably have to have a home where custom items was actually to be stored here. Maybe this is, and enter it. Okay, looks like this is going to be pretty nice, and cannot believe it, there are a whole lot of good stuff to be unpacked in for it. Maybe this is where I can probably have to start out to be in day one. Good thing my Ford Mustang was actually to be parked, but I hope this is going to be having more vehicles will be coming in at any soon throughout the future. But it is going to be pretty impressive to walk around to have a nice good place. Wow, that was pretty realistic. And they put the announcement trailer to be in the game. I cannot believe it, how Ubisoft did a pretty good job, well done. Now, it's time to get ready to customize my Mustang, and this is definitely might be pretty good to be introduced by some features. You can color your own design, and this is going to be having a livery editor, just like in Gran Turismo Sport, but it's going to be different. But luckily it has a visual part, so it has all kinds of good custom parts from the previous first installment. And they actually put the carbon fiber as well. Same thing as goes, but it is super impressive. But it also costs amount of bucks, so just gonna make sure that I have to save it, so I could probably have to do some different trials. And there's some vanity idols was actually to be introduced. Alright, looks like this is gonna have to go for the performance. I bet my Mustang could probably might need some performance level. Just gonna have to install the brakes and the suspensions. Wow, good thing earning some loot after the race is over. This is definitely might be pretty good to increase the good amount of performance on any vehicles. I kind of say that was super impressive. Now let's just gonna have to go and take a good look on the other side. Ooh, looks like there's some new custom items. Let's just gonna go and customize my avatar. Wow, looks like this is definitely might have to put up with a helmet. There's some 61 items was actually to be included. But it is definitely might be pretty awesome. But it also costs bucks, so you can buy it. Luckily, this is definitely might be pretty suitable where you can create your own appearance. Upper body, gloves, lower body, some shoes, and even some racing suits. That was super amazing. I could probably to purchase all of them. And even for the outfit, but it will might contain to be having a hobby reward. That might be goes for only 3 outfits. Super impressive and super amazing. Now, looks like this is going to be pretty good to interact with some profiles, so let's just gonna have to go and take a look on the catalog. The catalog was actually to be shown the number of vehicles was actually to be collected. But this is definitely might be pretty cool, where you can probably have to collect your cars, boats, and even some planes. But this is definitely might have one helicopter until you might need to get it as the ultimate reward. And this is where the narrative rewards was actually to be shown. Okay, looks like this is going to be starting out in street racing, and that was all the cutscenes was actually to be included. I had to make sure that I had to be continue on to be in the off-road, to be continue in the next part. Well, looks like it's day one to be part of the Motornation. So I hope I could probably have to start customize my Ford Mustang to be later in part 2. Or maybe just gonna have to be later on throughout the walkthrough. So I hope I could probably have to get a lot of good vehicles to be collect. That might be very good to be part of the hobbies as part of the Inner Drive update. Just gonna have to zoom out onto the map, and this is where I'm about to be continued to the next trial. Off-road trial will be ready to go first, and then going in to take on freestyle will be doing second. And for the third and last part, going in onto pro racing will be get settled in to begin. Alright folks, I hope you really enjoyed watching the video. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, bell for notification uploads, and the links on the description down below if you want to see more. You can follow me on Instagram, DeviantArt, and GT Planet whenever you want. But make sure be respectful during the first part of the walkthrough video, but maybe this will might have the other 6 video will be continued on in the next part. So maybe this will might have a little bit update will be continued on in the next journey. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time in part 2 of the Crew 2, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay clean.